Salute, salute. Sorry for running late. What's going on with everybody in the chat? Let me start off with a few shout outs. Let me say salute to Usaka Fury. What's going on? He should have fought Loma rematch and get beat up for more money. Yep, I think he should have. Outlaw Boxing. Salute, my bruh. Same to you, man. Salute, salute. SSB 28. Hello, Matrix. Salute. Happy Monkey. We got Durden. Puerto Rican Rum. My boy Revolution. What's up, Revolution? What's going on, man? Long time no hear from. We got Brandon Blanco. Salute, bro. No worries, recognized. Salute, brother. I was in a wedding during the TF. You was. You know, I was kind of busy that day too. I was at some type of family function, and I was watching the fight. Well, watching the bits of it, decided to turn it off, raced home, and I caught it from the 8th round on. And then what I did was I rewatched the fight in the morning or whenever I got up. Salute, Mind Taker. What's going on, bro? All right, so quickly, man, my thoughts on the fight. After watching the whole thing this time around, like I said, I caught it on the night of the fight. I caught it in the 8th round. The action was already happening. And so the 8th round, it was really hard to judge, but I started judging the fight from the 9th round into the 12th, and I had it 2 apiece, basically. But when I watched the first 8, I can obviously see Kambosos outboxed him. And you can see, even though I did not see the day of the fight, the night of the fight, I did not see, the first 8 rounds. It looked like Kambosos was winning the fight, right? It looked like whatever I missed, Teofimo had gotten beat up just by the looks of him. And when I watched it, yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I thought the fight was pretty close and competitive. I had it 7-5. Kambosos, if you want to give it 8-4, I could understand. He really outworked him in a lot of those rounds. And I don't want to pat myself on the back and say I picked Kambosos, but I knew that this is the type of guy that can outwork you, especially if you're having a bad night. And, there's no excuses when it comes to me and Lopez, but it looked like Lopez was not mentally right in that fight. He didn't have the right discipline, the right game plan. He wasn't as patient. And he tried to, he was basically trying to make a big fight out of it the minute the bell rang, or he was trying to score a knockout. And he got hit with a big overhand right. That was a big shot. Had that been someone, had Kambosos had more power, this is a good shot. There's a good chance he stops him in that round, or at least damages him up and gets him out early, stops him. Obviously, Lopez after the fight was not, he was not gracious in defeat. He said a lot of crazy things, but at least for me, nothing that was shocking. This is Teofimo Lopez is who I think he is, and he proved this Saturday night. I thought that he was going to lose like that eventually. Obviously, like most of you guys, I just didn't think Kambosos was going to be the one to do that. I was like everyone else. I was thinking this is a Just a showcase fight in Teofimo's favor. But what I didn't take into consideration was Teofimo's not right. He's not as good as people make him out to be, right? He's not this great pound for pound fighter just because he got a win over Lomachenko. He's just a good fighter, a good average boxer, a young man with potentials, but he's very limited. And he took a hard loss. You can tell he's taking it pretty hard, right? But if you're one of those skeptical boxing fans that we're hearing all this stuff about Teofimo Lopez, how he's the greats, he's the goods, just because he beat Lomachenko, then you guys should feel exactly the way I felt. That this guy did not really prove that much in going 12 rounds with Lomachenko. Because if you just looked at the fight from a boxing technique aspect, you know that he didn't show great skills versus Loma. He fought a guy that fought him from the beginning of the fight all the way towards the end, right? Not like Lomachenko, who kind of took it. He took it really easy in the first half of the fight, and then brought it up in the second, and pretty much beat him up, right? And so Cambosos showed that if you fight this guy, the whole fight, he'll get exposed. And I don't think Cambosos is better than Lomachenko, right? But he just proved that this guy is not as great as they make him out to be, and he never was. I'm not saying that he can't. He's 24 years old, but he took an ass whipping, and with his mentality, I really doubt he can learn from this in the right way. Use this as a learning experience. Recognize the Matrix. Did you see today's Boxing Scene article where he talked about how Lopez was acting like a jackass in the pre-fight interview? Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, he was acting like an asshole. He's he's one of these characters. He's one of these they call them the four kings, but I call them the four hype jobs. That's what they really are until proven otherwise. When you give that much hype to certain fighters, without having proven much, in Teofimo's case, you can say he did a little bit better than these guys. He knocked out Comey. He went and fought Lomachenko, and that fight was a iffy kind of fight. When you look at what actually happened in the ring, not perception. Reality. What happened inside that ring, and then you take it to the Cambosos fight, and some people say he got exposed. I just say, yeah, he got exposed. But to me, it was like, yeah, I saw this coming. I don't see the great techniques that other people thought he had. He didn't show it in the Lomachenko fight. When he fought Nakatani, he had issues, a lot of issues in that fight. Some people thought he could have lost that fight. I thought he won, but it was close. It was a real close fight. This is why Ryan Garcia keeps pulling out fights this generation is wrapped up. Yep. Yes, sir. All right, so I see I got a few people in the chat, man. I'm gonna drop the link to see if anybody wants to jump in and give their take, man. There it goes. Yeah, so I think this was long overdue, and he got what he had coming to him because he wasn't he was never, he was never a gracious winner, and he never took advantage of the popularity he gained. He should have got that fight done with Kambosos. He tried to get as much money as he possibly can, and that ended up backfiring on him. Boxing is life, man. Sometimes you get that one opportunity. I'm not willing to say that it's totally over for for Lopez, but don't be surprised, man. I've seen guys like him come and go. What's up, Durden?
Yeah, what's up, brother?
What's going on, man? Brandon Blanco?
What's up, pimp?
How's it going?
Chilling, man.
The biggest pimp in the YTBC?
No.
Brandon Blanco? Yes, he is.
Yeah, I was just gonna say no more Karl Marx. I'm going with Larry Merchant. So yeah.
There you go.
He's based. So yeah.
I like that word, based.
Yep. Larry Merchant. I've always liked Larry Merchant because he always tell it like it is, and yeah, I have a no more Karl Marx. I'm using a Larry Merchant. So yeah.
What do you think Larry Merchant would have said about Teofimo after the fight?
He would rightfully call him a diva, kind of like what he used to call Floyd Mayweather, pretty much. So, yeah, I would think Larry Merchant.
Imagine if it were him interviewing fucking Teo in the ring.
I can't imagine if Larry Merchant was there when the whole Devin Haney Teofimo happened. I guess he would have said make that happen in the ring, not outside. Make it happen in the ring. So I guess that would have happened.
This is the Lomachenko says face. What's up, Fight Scout? I don't know if Fight Scout could hear me.
I can hear you. I was muted myself.
Wasn't sure if that's Fight Scout or actually Jimmy Mac.
Yep. No, that's Fight Scout.
Hey, Jimmy Mac does a really good impression of you, bro. It's pretty good.
Yeah. How's it going?
Has he been going around YouTube pretending like he's me?
He was doing it last night on L Dogs. It was funny for me. We actually thought it was you for almost like maybe a minute, and then we realized, it's not really Fight Scout.
I've always thought you and Jerson are brothers because you guys sound the same. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Jerson sounds kind of like me, right?
Yeah. Sometimes you do, but
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, you're
not really. So. I could tell. Maybe it's the tone. That's all.
Yeah.
So what do you thought about the Fight Scout?
Man, I thought Kambosos won it like 10-2. Yeah,
you had it that way.
Either that or I mean, 9-3. Yeah,
10-2.
Yeah, 10-2 for Kambosos, or 9-3.
I mean, yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with that score.
Yeah,
Didn't Lopez say he won 10-2?
Yeah.
That guy's an idiot. Teofimo.
I mean, I thought Brandon Figueroa won his fight. I thought that was kind of like in a legit, like, kind of bullshit fucking judgment.
Yeah, that was a robbery, man. Blatant robbery.
PBC protecting their fucking boys, you know how they usually
protecting black combatants.
Yeah,
that's what it should be called.
PBC.
Protecting black contenders.
Now we were talking to MXBC in our Discord on Saturday night. Like we were like, dude, like every Latino should just leave the fucking PBC right now.
Exactly, they should leave that rank.
Just
every
leave.
Latino fighter.
Let all the blacks go to PBC and just fight each other. Like fuck them.
Every Latino fighter should go to. They should go and sign with Canelo.
Hallelujah.
Get that Canelo juice. I'm just kidding.
Oh, for reals, that or Golden Boy. Golden Boy still kind of does all right with the Latinos.
Golden Boy, they're good with Latinos, but Top Rank does good with Latinos. So
yeah, I just don't like Bob, man. I just don't like Bob.
I have Latinos in my house all the time. What's up, Red Bree?
I just want that Jew out of boxing, dude. I swear to God.
Ah, come on, man.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, that's not a racial slur, is it?
I don't know, but YouTube changed.
Um,
Yeah.
YouTube
I just
censors.
don't. I just don't want those spinning squirrels and blueberries into the sport.
What's going on, Rare Breed?
What's up, fellas?
How's it
What's going
going?
on?
Good.
What do you think
Lights
of
out.
blueberries, bro? Do you like blueberries?
Hell
Don't
no.
answer that, Rare Breed.
Lights
Don't
out.
answer that.
What's up?
What are your thoughts on my new StreamYard profile with the Larry Merchant?
Man, Larry Merchant kept it real, right? As real as he could. He was the only one.
Yeah,
Facts.
he's not like Marxist Kellerman. Yeah.
Rare Breed, what do you
Oh
thought about the
man.
fight, man? What you think about the fight? Well, how do you score it?
I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised. But I mean, obviously, I thought George won. Um, I don't know. He showed me something that I didn't think he had. Like, I mean, I figured he definitely had heart. I already knew that, but I didn't think he could take Tio's punch. But hey, that's boxing. That's why we watch. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Towards the end, it got a little tough for him, but he
Yeah.
stole that 11th and 12th round, bro.
Uh, his
It's crazy.
dad. His dad. Like, how is this? See, look. I don't know, bro. His father, that shit's a mess. How can you?
His
I don't even know what to say. Go
dude, his
ahead.
dad was actually right though. So because
All he said
Teofimo was
was,
getting like thoroughly outboxed, he
"What
needed
are
to
you?"
go in there and fight him.
All his advice, like, "What are you doing, bro? Why haven't you knocked him out yet?" Like, that's all his advice was. He's not a real trainer. It's a fucking mess.
Yeah, but when
It is. Go
when
ahead.
Tio like outdogged him, like he was winning. It looked like he was gonna knock him out every single time, but
You
he
know,
would
you know
let
what's
off the
crazy?
gas.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy? Like, Cambosa was fighting the perfect fight, and he still almost got knocked out. That shows you, like To, he could just make a minor adjustments. He could easily win the rematch, in my opinion, if they were to rematch. But it's just that the physical um the physical gap between them is like pretty big. It's just that Campos is a better boxer. He has
Yep.
more tools. Yeah,
That's
Um,
why I never looked at him as a pound for pound fighter only because he's got to win against
yeah.
Lomachenko, you know?
And I recognize, I know you're a big Loma fan, but this
No, I
he
like his
let's
skills.
I know, but let's keep it real with Loma. He fought Tio scared. If he would have fought like that, like from the seventh round
He
on,
did. In the first 6 rounds, I thought he was
yeah,
too
yeah,
cautious. And I thought that there's
yeah,
maybe, there's some truth to what happened to his shoulder. But you're right. The fight
yeah.
itself,
Hmm.
obviously, he was too cautious. He wasn't really doing much. But when
Yeah,
he got comfortable and when it was so obvious that he was
yeah.
comfortable for the next six
Piecing them up.
rounds, he started lacing him up, man. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he was way smaller, right? And
That
then
too. He's way
way
smaller
smaller. Yeah.
than Teofimo.
yeah,
And he took
That
something
fight
away
probably
from
would never happen.
Teofimo, dude. He took something from Teofimo
yeah.
Yeah.
at the end of
Yep.
that one.
I was just gonna say like my thoughts on the Tio. I don't think you'll ask me the what are my thoughts on Tio Cambosos.
Yeah.
Well, I only watched from the ninth to the 12th. I mean, because I was checking Discord, like I was wondering, like how's it going with the Tio Cambosos, and like how's it going, and like I saw the Discord like notification. People were saying that Teofimo is losing. So I was like, oh shoot, I gotta check the stream. Like the I was watching a boxing a website stream and it looked like Teofimo was struggling. He like I for example, I thought that like Teofimo was gonna get Cambosos out of there because I didn't rate Cambosos at all, like especially with a win over a pillow fisted Lee Selby. I'm like, I mean, what did Lee Selby even do at 126 to begin with? So I didn't rate Cambosos at all. Like I thought that it was a foregone conclusion, but this year was the year of the upsets, and I watched the highlights, the day after. and like I need to do the scoring again. Like I was just looking at the highlights. I didn't look at the full fight, but based on what I've seen, yeah, Teofimo lost, and I need to do scoring again. So I need to do the scoring.
Yeah.
Bro, I put money on a 6th round knockout about Teofimo, dude, and I was still happy that he lost. I'll
And
take
like
like
I'm not
that's
gonna lie. Go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, to me, when it comes to betting on boxing, sometimes I bet on the narrative of the sport, what the fix is. But like if there's like fucking what I want to happen, like I don't bet on that. Like I don't bet on what I want to happen. But like if what I want to happen happens, I'll take the fucking loss. It's worth the money.
Yeah,
I
I
just
want
love it,
money
dude.
on the
Bro, I picked the
Teofimo.
10th round Crawford Porter, dude. I nailed that motherfucker, dude. Right on the fucking round, dude.
I got 11th. I almost got one round later. But yeah, I was just gonna say that um as I stated before, recognize I was at a wedding, and so like I was in Napa Valley, so I was like wondering, oh yeah, he's losing, and then after the 12th round, I kind of had a feeling that it
Look
would
at
be
you,
like
you rich boy.
no, but I was just gonna say that I kind of had a feeling it would be similar to Conceição Valdez, where even though Teofimo got exposed like Oscar Valdez, he's still gonna get the victory. I mean, look what happened with Conceição, and I didn't rate Conceição too, and he also proved me wrong. I didn't think he was gonna do well. And same thing with Cambosos. You know, Cambosos proved me wrong, and I was super happy because I was a TO fan until all the diva shit that was happening with him not giving Loma the rematch. I stopped supporting Teofimo, and yeah,
He
so
he didn't want to give that rematch because he
he
basically
was
knew
taking
that
shit. That's all it is.
he didn't want to lose. He didn't want to lose to Lomachenko. He thought he could get more money. He tried for that. You saw what happened with that situation, and they postponed this fight for too long. And then he goes in there. The one thing Cambosos did was he stayed. You know, he stayed prepared. No matter what they were trying to do, they're not going to catch him. You know, out of boxing shape, and he was ready. He was ready for that. Maybe the one that wasn't really in boxing shape is Teofimo. You know, he wasn't. You know, he was just like fighting. He was a lot of times he was just fighting back. That's how I felt. He was just fighting back, and I think that worked in Cambo. Obviously, it worked in Camboso's favor. Now, I'm gonna say that I think Cambosa is gonna end up fighting Lomachenko. Now, there's a lot of talks of Haney and maybe even Ryan Garcia. A lot of people are trying that they're sleeping on him. They see him as a perfect opportunity, like to get all the belts,
Don't
or
sleep on
at
Tank.
least or at least be the lineal lightweight champion, right?
Uh,
But if he says I'm gonna fight in
uh,
Australia, I think there's only
Tokyo.
one guy that's gonna answer that call, and that's gonna be Lomachenko. If
That's
he
gonna be
beats,
Loma.
if
Uh,
he beats Comey, if I got to say that if he beats
uh,
Comey, I think he is going to beat him. But Comey is a strong boy. He could win that fight and get injured. So he's got to be, we got to get
Kome,
through. He's got to get through this one.
Kome
Yeah,
doesn't
there's
have
a
to
big
do that.
size advantage with Comey and Lomachenko too, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't
Yeah,
have the skills to keep up with Loma. See me,
I,
Nakatani,
I get confused
Nakatani has
with
skills.
Comey. I always think he's a welterweight, like based on his size and like muscle. But I'm still surprised he's still making 135. Comey, honestly. But
He can crack. But
No, and
I
I
think.
thought
Go
was
ahead.
someone speaking?
Yeah, I was about to say something, but go ahead.
Oh, go. Oh, Teofimo was just fighting for the money, right? Like he wasn't really there to fight or to box. Like he too showed up for just the money. Like
yeah.
he said he only had $20,000 to his name, which is crazy.
He should have took.
He only had what?
That's
Yeah, you
what
I
didn't
said
hear
he
that
only had
you didn't hear that recognize?
$20,000 to his name, man.
We were talking about that last night or the other night. Actually, Saturday night. We were talking about how he was down to his last 20 grand.
I mean, yeah.
Because he
Should have
spent
gone for undisputed.
$250,000 on his training camp. $250,000 on his training camp.
Should have gone for undisputed. But hey, I think Cambosa, he said he wants to fight Devin Haney for the last belt, and that's to,
I mean, does a
excuse me.
training camp cost $250,000?
He went to Italy or something, right?
Yeah.
You remember that he got like
Hey,
he
bro, I just
contracted
hire a
like
bunch.
the
I just hire a bunch of Mexicans, man, just to train. You know what I mean? Save that labor.
Yeah. They'll get you a shape.
I'm
too,
going to
bro.
Robert Garcia, bro. If he's like in my corner saying, "Throw more punches, Holmes. Just throw more punches," I'd be like, "Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I'm getting what I pay for. This is what I'm saving money."
Yeah, I mean, he's saying a lot of crazy things. He's like, me and my wife are getting divorced. I'm like, man, that
Did he
quick?
say that?
Yeah, he said that after the fight.
That's funny, man.
It's because she's fucking someone else. I heard.
I mean,
She's been around the world, man.
yeah, she's a flight attendant.
Yeah,
That's a
Whatever.
sad thing. That's a sad thing about. I don't know. I don't want to get into that, but sad thing about these guys and putting these bitches on a pedestal, man. Like, could backfire on you, buddy.
Oh yeah,
I never even thought she was even that cute to begin with. She was
she was
like,
average.
yeah, she was average.
Look at
Yeah.
Caleb Plant's woman. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that bitch fucking leaves his ass.
She's a cutie. The Caleb Plant's girl is a cutie,
No,
but
no, 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 no,
you don't think so? No.
no.
I
Well,
don't
I
think
like
so
them slim.
either.
I like them slim chicks,
She
man.
look, she little dark. The hair's a turn off. I don't like hair like that. And the nose, man, the nose, dude. It's a little dewy.
But it's a preference, right? It's more of a preference thing for you. Like her body type is
I
nice.
guess, yeah. I don't know what Caleb sees in her, dude, but I don't know.
You don't
She's
like
out
when
of
my
his
titties
league.
are recognized?
You think she's out of his
I
league? She
mean, get
might
it,
be.
Adriana Jimenez. That's a catch. That's a catch right there.
Now, who's that? Andre, with the girl?
The Fino boxing bitch, the Fino boxing girl.
I don't even know who she is, man.
Milk
Oh,
jug.
come on, the big titties, the Mexican girl,
Oh yes, once she said the big
She's-
boobies, yeah,
the one with the peace sign.
yeah, she's nice.
I mean, Michelle Joy Phelps is nice too. Snow Queen LA is
she
nice.
looks like a dude, man.
No way, man.
She
She looks
she
like
looks
a whale now.
What's up, Guerrero?
she looks like a blueberry, but I'll
What's up,
still hit
man?
it.
What's up, bro? Yeah, I can see that blueberry you're talking about.
Like half blueberry, half like something else.
I don't like women with manly face, man. That's the only thing. It's just like,
Yeah.
they got
No,
strong
that's what we were
jawlines.
talking about in the MXBC Discord before I joined this one. I was saying that like I've been following Robert Garcia's daughter on Instagram because I'm a single guy now. My girlfriend left me, so I'm a single guy, and I've been checking out her. But at the same time, she has like a nice ass, but like she looks like her dad. You know what I mean? Like she looks like Robert. Like she has that face. Like it's
So
just
she got
like,
long hair. It's like Robin with a wig, right? Is what you're saying?
she's got amino jaw, is what I'm saying. She's got like a boxer's jaw and chin.
Yeah.
And I'm
Jordan.
like, ooh, I don't know if that looks good on a woman.
Durden,
Like she could take. She looks like she could take a punch. You know.
Durden, you say you're looking for a girl? Come to Napa.
I'm a single guy, man.
You're a single guy. Well, come to Napa if you want to. So
To be honest, my girlfriend was texting me that she misses me after 2 months of us breaking up.
Don't fall for it. Make her.
And she's already been with another guy, dude. Like,
Oh
so
yeah. Definitely. Get a few. If you do decide to go back, get a few.
Yeah, she thinks I'm gonna get like revenge on her and fuck another bitch, but maybe I.
You should.
Maybe,
You
That's what I
guys
should
aren't
do.
in a relationship anymore, man.
yeah.
Technically, it doesn't count right now. Whatever happens.
Yeah, part of me wants to get back with her, bro, and then like the other part's like, okay, like if I fuck another bitch, is it gonna fuck things up?
Jed wants to
Oh, yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I'm being. Maybe I'm being.
If you take her
I'm
back,
probably-
you're basically a cuck.
I mean, I've thought about that.
Fight Scout. How are the
Thought about
girls
that.
in Minnesota?
Big.
Big?
Big.
Yeah, Minnesota's a
they're
big state.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard Minnesota there's a decent amount of Asians.
Oh, there's a lot. There is a
Yeah,
lot.
especially with the low Hmong population and also the Somalis. I mean, but they're from Africa. But yeah, it's interesting, Minnesota. Yeah.
That's a
Yep.
scary sight. Brock Lesnar's daughter looks exactly like him. I never got to see what she
Oh,
looks like.
hell no.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god, I would not hit that. No, she looks just like Brock Lesnar and white as shit. I like white girls, but god damn,
But you don't like them pasty. You don't like them
Ah,
I
pasty.
don't like.
hell nah.
She
Hell
looked like
nah.
she look albino, bro,
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean.
and manly,
Hell nah.
and she'll beat your ass. She looks like a manly ass fucking bitch, bro. Fuck that.
Hell to no, no, no,
Imagine
no
pissing
way.
her off and her dad hitting you up like, "Hey, what the fuck? Did you fucking make my daughter cry, motherfucker?"
It's a whole man.
That's a whole dude.
Hell nah, no way.
Dude
Nah,
on the
nah,
right.
nah.
I can't do it.
That's the
I
thing,
can't
though,
do it.
right? Like he married that one chick who's like all plasticed up. So it's like, how did she even look like in the first place?
Right. That's a good right. So a girl gets all this surgery. I think I read a story. Was it China or Japan? One of the two, where a girl had surgery done, and the guy thought that that's how she looked. He has a kid with her, and the kid came out really ugly looking, according to him. According to him, not me. Okay, so it's him, and he sued her. He took her to court, sued her, and won because she never told him that she had surgery done.
That sounds like a typical Jerry Springer episode. I mean, it remind that episode what you're saying that story. It reminds me of where a guy thought that he was with a
Hey, my bad. I lost
with a
connection, dude.
beautiful with a
No,
beautiful woman, but turns out it was a transgender. It was a transgender. Yeah, that story reminds me of that Jerry Springer episode.
that's her name. It's her name, Brooke Lesser.
Brooke Lesnar. Oh my gosh.
I wonder if she likes black guys that'll make Brock like Lesnar
Oh,
happy.
black guys would lust over her. He lust over anybody that's
No, the
white.
Well,
fuck
let's
we
ask
wouldn't.
Rare Breed. Let's ask Rare Breed. Would
No,
you
the
like?
fuck
Would
we
you?
wouldn't. What you talking about? You talking about Brock Lesnar's daughter?
Yeah.
Hell no.
I
Hell
like the
no.
way he said that. He said, "No, the fuck." That means Rare Breed's out of the
See,
out of
that's
the
the thing a
question.
woman has to think about when she gets with a man. If the man's too goddamn fucking masculine, your daughter's gonna be ugly as fuck, bro. You got to get with a guy that's got a balance, bro, like masculinity and attractiveness. That way you can have like at least pretty daughters or whatever, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I was very picky who I was gonna, nut inside of. I just they had to be cute, like just a one night stand. My standards were pretty low for the most part.
So we'd pull out and bust on their back.
Right, exactly. Or the mouth.
Oh, that's the go-to. It's always about them. I was telling the white nationalist guys to hang out with the other day. They were like, I was talking about my breakup and shit, and they're like, oh, we need to find a young white girl and blah blah blah. And I'm like, bro, there's a thing. Like, I'm used to girls like swallowing. So
Oh,
like, he has to swallow, man, or I don't know, dude. I can't get into it. He's got to be able to swallow. Those are maybe hard to find. I don't know.
I don't know. In my day, they seem pretty
It's like
out
50-50,
there.
huh? Like
Yeah, they seem.
some girls don't, some girls do.
Yeah.
Like if she sucks your dick and she get like you come in her mouth, she gets all mad. It's kind of like a turn off. It's kind of like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You like it?
This
You're
is
a
why I
fucking
love my.
female.
This is why I love my shows, man. This is why I do it late at night.
I'm just saying. I love the women that swallow that shit, bro. Like you suck your dick and they swallow it, dude.
And
You know?
the good thing about your panel recognize is that it isn't like Jerry Springer. So uh,
Yeah.
thank you for not making it like Jerry Springer, where like everybody talks everything at once, like people being stupid. So
Oh,
We
yeah.
had fun last night on L Dogs.
Yeah,
Oh,
I did have fun.
I should have gone. I should have gone earlier. I had something to do,
I,
but
I
yeah.
I like that dude that was on. He was funny as fuck, man. Well, smoke, that dude.
Oh God, Get the Smoke was there. I remember that now.
That guy.
And I got you. You just don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You just don't
I
know
like
what the
I like
fuck
when
you're
he
talking about.
I like when he was arguing with you. Guys were
You
going at
guys
it.
spout things on the internet and you just don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I agree with this. Cambosos is based. He beat that diva up.
Well, Larry Merchant is based.
Yes, he is.
Fuck yeah, Larry Merchant would have done a roundhouse kick on Teofimo in the interview. Just fucking knocked him. Fucking shut
Did
the
you hear
fuck up.
Did you hear Devin Haney call Teofimo Lopez a fraud?
I mean, he's not wrong though. He's not wrong. I mean,
Well, look,
he
I think
Hey, wait,
counter.
whoa. Devin Haney's gonna get sparked the fuck out by JoJo Diaz. Let's be honest.
think
Well,
so?
I hope Jojo
I hope
beats Haney. I
JoJo
hope
Diaz.
he does.
I hope this is the year of the downfall of the Negro
Of
boxer.
the 4 queens.
Oh, come on.
Just the Negro boxer, bro. Like, I want all the LWC. Want the LWC to fucking just really fucking
To
feel
cry.
that shit.
That's never gonna happen, bro. So you can keep dreaming.
Oh, it's already been
Oh.
happening. Wilder got knocked the fuck out. I bet you Tank's gonna get knocked the fuck out by some Mexican. I bet you Haney's gonna get knocked the fuck out. Teofimo fucking lost.
Bro, Mexicans don't do well against black boxers, so that's not gonna happen.
Oh shit!
I mean, of course, because you guys have to judge. Of course, because you guys have to
we got a racialist in the
You
building.
gotta hit you with a
We got a racialist.
Hey, you can dish it out, but you can't take it.
Come on, nah. All of Tank's wins are all of Tank's
Against
wins
Mexicans.
are fake. Are fake.
Well, not
And-
anymore, bro. Not anymore. Times are changing.
Exactly, not anymore. Isaac Cruz will come and beat the shit out of Tank or
You think so,
Ruby
man?
Vance.
He's just saying he's too short.
I hope he does.
When
I
Tank
hope he
knocks him
does.
out.
He's gonna
I
take a
hope he
dive.
does. Or
He's gonna
probably,
take a dive, man.
Yeah, probably
Bro.
the
Y'all made Floyd Mayweather rich. Let's be real.
We
I'm not
did.
gonna lie. I did pay a lot of
Come on now.
pay-per-view with Floyd, man.
I didn't because I was just a kid. So
But Floyd
I-
Mayweather's fights were kind of fake.
Yeah, all of
Not
Floyd's
really.
fights were fakes.
Not really.
But they were. At least it was like he's fighting Oscar De La Hoya. You know, there was like some type of name that you said, okay.
I
this
thought
guy
Oscar
can
De La
fight.
Hoya beat him though.
I mean,
did
it was
too.
a close fight. It was a fucking real close fight. Could have, in my opinion,
It was close in the beginning.
I thought Mayweather won, but he could have lost that fight too, bro. It was fucking close.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens when
All
you
right,
fight.
Rose, are you getting offended that we're saying that Mexicans are taking over boxing or knocking out all the black guys?
But they're not though. Like the only good one, in my opinion, is Canelo and maybe David Benavidez. But other than that, it's a huge gap
I
between.
mean, Linares rocked Haney, bro. He rocked him.
Linares is not Mexican.
Hey, he's Hispanic.
Oh, so you can
I
claim
mean,
all the Hispanics
he is Venezuelan, but yeah.
or just the good ones?
I mean, mestizo pride is worldwide, you know.
Okay,
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
you
pretty
gotta
sure Linares still lost, so I don't even know why you brought him up.
Hey, he rocked him though.
Okay, that's cool. You can have that little. You want a cookie?
I mean, wait till JoJo Diaz fight. I mean, you could give me 2 cookies when JoJo Diaz fights.
Bet. Let's put 2 cookies on. I'm just kidding. I'm going to put.
I love this shit. I you know what it is, dude. I love it when people are like racially proud. Like I love that shit. You're defending your race and your
Yeah,
people.
bro.
Dude,
You
that's
just
awesome.
said it's gonna be the downfall of the Negro fighter. Come on, I gotta respond.
I mean, I'm praying for it. I'll tell you
Yeah,
what.
you can pray for it, but hey, as long
I
as
say
African-Americans
Allah,
around-
please fucking humble these motherfuckers because they're too full of themselves lately.
Hey, black fighters have been carrying the American boxing scene for forever.
Yeah, behind Jew promoters.
Oh,
Oh, my bad. Recognize. My bad.
Blueberry is fine. Squirrels are
Blueberries,
fine.
the blueberries.
Oh
What's
my
up,
gosh.
Outlaw?
How's it
going on,
going,
bro?
Jay?
What's up, Bren?
What are your thoughts
Going for
what are your thoughts
Cambo-
on my my StreamYard profile, Larry Merchant? What are your thoughts?
I like it. Merchant.
Man, I'm just
Yep.
gonna put you on
Yeah,
a solo
come
layout.
with
Merchant is space.
Piece of shit.
I'll tell you what,
Hey,
he's-
who's outlaw? Who's outlaw? Is that Jed Kyle?
That's
yeah, that's
Jed.
me, bro.
Oh hell yeah, Jed
Yep.
Kyle's an OG fucking Australian man.
I'll tell you what, he's alive.
Congrats
Great.
to
Still an
Cambosos.
Aussie. I know you don't claim him, but your fellow Aussie won Saturday.
That's what I was going to say. Greek pride is what is alive and well. He was talking about
Yeah.
pride. Greek pride
Well, that's the
is
thing too.
alive
Like
and well.
like L Dog's from New Zealand, and he has the accent and shit. But like he's actually like a Croat. Like he's an Eastern European.
Oh,
Like
Yeah.
like not everybody in Australia is like the same kind of European. You know,
Nah, it's like I'm a Celtic, 100% Celtic. So
it's like us California boys. You probably, I mean, a lot of people think I'm Mexican by the way I sound and shit too. But I'm
What
from
are
Los
you?
Angeles. I'm from Los Angeles, so a lot of people think I'm Mexican.
You're Latino though, right?
No, I'm mostly white. I'm part Hispanic.
Uh,
I have
yeah.
a great grandmother from
And,
Mexico. Other than
and,
that,
and, and to make it important, it's not even just we claim. Cambosis himself would consider himself 100% Greek. Trust me on that.
Yeah, you
He,
was telling
he,
me
I
that.
mean, I mean, I
if you walk
claim,
into his neighborhood, they say like, where are you? Like, if you ask them what are you, they say we're Greek with pride.
Hey, Outlaw,
I claim that
look
as a,
like this.
I mean, recognize. I don't know. Forgive me, bro, if I say this wrong,
What's
but I claim that as like a white victory. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
Some people don't consider Greeks fucking white enough, but you know.
Greeks are still white. I'd still consider them white. Yeah, they're European. But
are
In
Turks white
Australia,
too?
there's a decent amount of Italian there's a
Aren't they like the
decent amount
same
of
race?
Italians,
yeah, the two.
Italians, Greeks, Croats, like Irish, like
Hey,
very
I
interesting
got a
Australia.
question. Do y'all consider Turks white? Because aren't
Well,
they like the same race as Greeks?
see, that's the thing. Some Turks do because I remember I had an argument
Turks
when I
do.
was when I was a teenager. I was in a
Uh-huh.
taxi and I just said to this Turk, I didn't even say it. I just said like, oh yeah, something about what
Some of
like
them look white.
I said to him, I said something like, what are the other large Arab communities here? Like because there was more because they've been growing, and he was like, I'm not a fucking Arab. I'm not a fucking Arab, bro. I'm fucking Turkish. I'm white. I'm European. So he felt a certain way about it, So I think some Turks do consider themselves European. They don't consider themselves Arabs. So yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, man. Shout out to my subscribers, man. I didn't even know I had 900 subs. Thank you. Shit.
Milestone.
Salute. Yeah.
911.
Now we got to get 1,000. 1,000.
Yep. 1K.
1K, B.
Yeah.
I just had to say that. Sorry, go ahead, guys.
But talking about culture, I like to consider myself 100% Italian. Salute to everybody in the chat.
That was a good one.
That's right, Endgame. Not far from
Right.
that 1K, B. Not that far.
Hey,
Yeah, but
Ben,
regardless, Outlaw, you'll
Yep.
like this. I heard a story of Queens was fucking celebrating when Cambosos won.
Yeah, I told you.
Because he's Greek. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yep. So I was following this kid that I know from out there, and so he's got like pictures of him in one of these restaurants that I know out there, and they're like watching the Cambosos fight. They're like putting a bunch of Greek flag emojis. Oh, Cambosos the greatest. I'm like, dude, calm down. Calm down. He just beat a
People
guy.
are saying that Teofimo and his team trashed the dressing room after the fight. I'm not sure if it's true. I need some verification. I don't know if it's true, but
No,
yeah.
he probably was pissed off. Yeah, he probably just went back there and just he was heated and broke things. And dude, he's an emotional dude, right? He wears his emotions on his sleeve. And I'm not saying he's the only one, but even when he was arguing with what's his name, Haney, right? I saw like I saw some crack in his look. Like he was unsure of himself. He looked like he was hyperventilating. He had a good poker face, but I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I like to pay attention to that, man, because I've been in plenty of verbal altercations with people before I punch them right in their face or they punch me. So like I could see certain chink in their armor.
Just
like
because you took a karate class when you were a kid in 1997 doesn't mean anything.
1997, when I was a kid. I would have been 24. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have been a 24-year-old man at that time. while you were taking karate classes.
Yeah. What it is you got to keep that in, right? Especially if you're going to go in for a fight, man. Like you got to keep that pent up.
Yep.
So you got something to use. But this Lopez dude, he just blows his wad every fucking time, basically.
Well, there's L Doc.
Exactly. He does. Salute, L Dog. What's going on,
Salute
bro?
L Doc.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's up?
What's up, bro?
Are you a New
Uh,
Zealander or a Eastern European?
Depends on if Loma beats Kome, to be honest. If he loses, then yeah, I'm a Kiwi, mate.
Okay.
Damn.
But yeah, man, Cambosis, he did his thing. He beat the fuck out of Teofimo Lopez. You know what happened to the takeover? I thought
Yeah,
it
he
was the
got taken
takeover. You
over.
know,
He got
he
taken
got
over.
bent over. He got
Oh
bent
yeah,
over
bent
and
over.
fucked.
And
That's
now
what
it
happened,
needs
dude.
now it needs a makeover.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, dude, that's the thing. Cambosis like rearranged that dude's face.
He did, man.
I mean, even
God,
He
Loma had his
did.
face. Even Loma had his face all fucked up at the end of that fight,
Oh,
dude.
the
Just
fuck,
like,
L Dog is here. I went to go take a piss. This guy's here.
yeah. Anyway,
Hey,
I
yeah.
think like even yeah, even Loma had his face all fucked up after the fight. Like his eyes were all swollen up.
no, it was like
He had a big
reddish. He had
cut.
like reddish scars, the way Cambosos did. But the difference was Cambosos fought him from the first round all the way to the end. Right? That's
Yeah.
he basically exposed him, if you want to say it that way. He did. Like he showed that this guy is he's kind of limited, man. He's not
Bad.
kind of. He's limited, bro. That's what he
You got
is.
exposed bad, bro.
Yeah.
He didn't use his jab, man. So he was
He
using
did
his
at times
Who?
in
Lopez.
Teofimo.
Tio.
Yeah, he only would like shoot like a little jab to the body every now and then. That's all he would do.
Yeah, he needed to use that thing all night, but he didn't.
Exactly,
And
like
I'm-
he didn't use that shit to cut the distance, right? Like that's the thing. You can throw a jab upstairs, you can throw a jab to the body, but you also should be using your jab to cut the distance and get on the inside. He wasn't doing that, man. He'd just try and leap in with a big right hand or a left hook.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
regressed, right? From the Loma fight, even.
Oh yeah, dude, that's the thing. People, I'm gonna be honest, man. There's still hope for Tio. When Tio was with Joey Gamache, he was a good fighter, man. He actually was. Like he
Yeah,
he
could
looked
box.
much better in the Lomachenko fight.
He looked
There's
good.
no doubt. But
But this
here's
is
the thing though, he still couldn't he still didn't know how to adjust in this fight. So that even though he looked better, I still think he did get exposed in this fight because he didn't know how to adjust or stop what was happening to him in this fight. I think it still exposed his limitations
Yeah.
at the same
I
time.
agree. This is the thing though. Tio, he like we can all agree on this, right? He's athletic naturally. He
My way
I'm gonna have
athleticism,
I'm gonna have to do it now. He
whatever you
more
Duh.
athletic. He got more hand speeds, more dog in him. You hear me, man? He got that footwork style that them white boys they don't like that shit, man. They stiff, man. They can't beat him. But anyway, like on a serious note, Tio has fast hands. He is a powerful punch. He's explosive naturally. He's got good stamina, and he's pretty durable, right? Like he got knocked down, but he took a lot of punches and was still
Yeah.
pretty okay. What he lacks is a good trainer who's going to have a good game plan and be able to tell him in the middle of a fight, okay, listen, this went wrong. This is what we're going to do now. Okay, try this. That's what he had when he had Joey Gamache in his corner, someone who was a former world champion and is a good trainer. They were able to tell him, like, I'm gonna pull up what Lopez Senior was saying. I forget, like, because someone like had every instruction he
all
said
right. Well,
posted on
while you
Twitter.
do that, lad, how many fights was Gamache with Lomachenko, L Dog? Was he with him in the
3.
pros? Okay, so what he was with him for the Gary Russell fight?
Yeah, he was with Loma for his first fight, the Salido fight, and the Gary Russell fight.
Yeah, so I even think Gamache helped Loma transition to the pros as well. I think he did a good job
Yeah.
there.
And then look at the fights Gamache was with Lopez in. He was with Lopez in the Loma fight and the Kome fight. his
Yeah, I
two
think he's got a
best
good track record.
performances.
Yeah, I think he does
Yeah,
have a
so
good
that's
track
his
record.
track record.
Gamache is with Otto Wallin too.
Yeah,
Is he?
That's-
Yeah, see?
He
that's
is.
the thing. Like he had a great game plan against Tyson Fury. So, like a good game plan and a good tactician. That's Gamache, right?
He's from the same city as Mad Chad as well, so salute to
He is. He is.
Yeah, he's like a two-time world champion and everything. You know, he's one of the guys who, these guys, they always make the best trainers, right? The guys who were, good pros, like decent, but they like had a glass jaw or something, or they didn't have any power. So they had to be like good technically, and they couldn't just rely on like natural ability.
L Dog,
I-
it's like that. It's like that with other sports too in America. It's like
Yep.
it's always the
it's similar
average.
to Robert Garcia.
It's
like,
always
too,
the
like,
average, player of whatever
Yeah.
league,
Hey,
and he's becomes a great coach. Like
recognise, I'll give you any good example. Mark Jackson, remember for the Pacers? He was like
Mark Jackson was actually a pretty good player, but I
Yeah,
think
but-
he was good.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
good, but you know how he didn't have like that great athleticism that maybe might have held him back from being like a superstar, you know? But he had all the IQ of the game to be able to transfer to become an elite coach, you know what I mean?
A lot of it is
Or-
just
or-
promotion too.
Or
It works every.
Mourinho,
Steve
Jose
Kerr.
Mourinho, because he wasn't
Yes,
good as a football player, but he had good football IQ, and
Are you talking about Jose Mourinho?
yeah, he wasn't a good football player, but he was a
Yes, works.
darn
Yeah,
good
he
coach.
works in all sports. You're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Pep
Or
Guardiola.
Freddie Roach, like he
Yep.
was like an average fighter at best, but look how he
Robert
turned out.
Garcia, Freddie Roach, like Joey Gamache, Buddy McGill.
Robert Garcia
like,
was
Freddie
little
Roach
bit-
was pretty good too.
Yeah, like those guys were all good, but they weren't what you would
Elite,
call like pound
yeah.
for pound.
Yeah,
right?
they
I
weren't
get what L
elite.
Dog's saying. See, I think Robert Garcia's thing, he even admitted it. He was too nice. Like he goes, I just didn't have that. I didn't want to hurt no one. You know. He goes, I didn't want to.
that you gotta have that. Yeah.
He goes, I didn't have that anger in me to like, you know. He goes, and I think that's what stopped me from becoming. But you know, that's why he's a perfect coach.
Yep.
Because he's able to.
I think Diego Corrales beat the crap out of him, right?
He did.
Yeah, Diego Corrales
He-
beat him up. Yeah,
He was
did.
doing all right though in that. That was actually a pretty.
He
good
was
fight.
doing all right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
The first, when did it end? Like in the 5th round, right?
Something like that, yeah, 6,
Yeah,
8
so-
rounds. Yeah, something like that.
yeah,
Between
so-
5 and 8, yeah, something like
Hey,
Yeah.
if you're Tio, where do you go from here? Because at 140 you got Russell, Antoine Russell. You got
that. Yeah, I think he's in
Zepeda.
trouble. I think he's in trouble. Though.
If you're
You got Regis. Yeah, you can't go to 147.
Well, he's the thing, rare breed. If Lopez Power doesn't carry up, he's fighting.
Yeah.
He's in bad trouble.
Bro, yeah.
He's fucked. Imagine if he can't hurt Ramirez or Prograis. They're just going to walk through him and eat him alive.
Yep.
It's gonna be worse than Campbell too.
Way worse.
I just have a feeling that that Teofimo will be the new Fernando Vargas. Like I think like this.
No,
loss-
Fernando was
But then
nicer than him.
he
bro.
was way better than Tia.
Yeah, Fernando was
Yeah.
better than him.
That's a huge
No,
compliment
but
to
like
Lopez.
no, yeah, but go ahead.
What happened
Yeah, but
to
you got to
Fernando
remember,
was-
Brandon, he lost to Trinidad. This lost
Yeah,
to fucking
that
Tampa.
fight-
He did. He got.
To be fair
he got-
though, my bad, but did Vargas beat someone like Lomachenko?
Well, he beat
No.
but
I mean,
but
he beat.
Well,
Yeah,
you
here's
mean
the
a
deal,
pound for
though.
pound?
No, you know what? I'm going to say he did L-Dog because he beat Winky Wright, who I think was at 154. Obviously, Winky Wright's not as good as Loma pound for pound.
Corte too.
But,
Corte.
but yeah, at
He's like
154,
Okay.
because I think Loma was undersized at 135. That's what gave Lopez such,
Yeah.
I think, that victory, you know? Whereas Winky Wright beat an elite fighter his own
L
size.
Dog, I'll give you his resume real quick. He beat Winky Wright in a very close fight. Okay,
very good
close.
fight as well. Great fight if you haven't watched
Great
that.
fighter. He was like a champion at 154 at the time. I think he had a belt, or I don't think he had a belt.
Yeah, I think he just won a
He
belt.
had- he
I
had
think
the
he just won the
IBF.
belt.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
then he also beat Corte. Now I'm gonna to be fair, Corte had just lost to De La Hoya, went up to 154. Because that fight was at 147. De La Hoya, Corte went up, fights
Vargas.
some other guy, Vargas. No, not Vargas. Excuse
Oh,
me.
he fought someone before that, did he?
Like a guy from-
Obakar. Corte fought Obakar.
Right. He beat
Remember that.
Omar. He beat somebody else in a no. The other fight was a draw, where Corte got dropped twice.
Lopez. Jose
Lopez. That guy
Yeah.
Lopez. There you go. And then he fights Fernando Vargas, and Vargas did outbox him.
Out-jabbed him.
For the most.
Did a better job than De La Hoya.
So he did a better job than Oscar De La Hoya did. And so, there was some momentum going into that fight. Then he beats Raul Marquez, which is like a
solid fighter,
fighter, a guy that was like in the Olympics, that type
and
of stuff.
He looked amazing in that fight. He looked amazing. Like he dominated that.
I mean, Eldo, go check out that fight. He fucking whitewashes him, bro.
Yeah.
He just
he was a good fighter. Shit out of Jory Boy Campos, Fernando Vargas.
But then again, solid. Yes, he did. But Yuri Boy always quits, man. After he got his nose broken.
But I mean, Jory Boy, he beat
when Trinidad
too.
broke his nose, he pushed the bone almost like towards his fucking brain.
Yeah.
So he had a lot of quit in him after that. Like,
but he did have a belt when Vargas.
Yeah, he did. He did have a belt.
Good win. And Vargas was like 20. I think 20 years old.
20 years old when he went in there and fucking beat him.
And he styled on him. He's mocking him through like showboat and playing with him. Fuck,
So I would say Teofimo didn't get to prove as much as Fernando Vargas.
And look who beat Vargas, Trinidad, the fucking legend.
I mean, it was
Lopez lost to Cambosis, the fucking Greek.
It's like Lopez saying, "I want to fight Josh Taylor. I'm gonna go and fight Josh Taylor. I'm gonna fight Lomachenko, and then after Lomachenko, I'm gonna fight Josh Taylor. I'm gonna fight Prograis if I happen to beat Josh Taylor. That's what Fernando Vargas was doing.
Even Crawford.
Yeah. Same thing with De La Hoya. That's why I respect him. He fought everybody.
Right. I can't find it exactly, but the dude literally said, after the first round when he got knocked down, his instructions were fuck this motherfucker up already. The right hand is there. You were off balance. That's okay. You're too strong for this motherfucker. And that was it. He was just yelling at him.
And he also said, be patient, be patient. Now go and knock this guy the fuck out. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Go knock him out already. So he contradicted himself. I remember that as well. He was like, be patient, be patient. Now go and knock him the fuck out already.
To be fair, Outlaw, right? Because I know you basically you fucking live in a gym, in a boxing gym since you were younger. Some coaches use words like that. They'll be like, look, I don't have time to be explaining to you technique. When I say this, you should understand what that means, right? Like saying the right hand's there for you. Meaning, the right hand's there for you. Take a little side step and so you can shoot your right hand. I think that's what he could have been saying. But then again, with his dad, I'm not sure. It could just be as plain as the right hand's there for you. Where some coaches, we go through drills, and when they say, listen, the right hand's there for you, I already know what he means by that. He's like, sidestep him a little bit, shoot off that fucking right hand. He's open.
My laptop was just like this, and I was just online browsing, and then all of a sudden the display went black. Huh? Now I know it was still on.
Is this a recording or?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Brandon, you gotta... It's just to help out anybody who's having this. Feel it.
I thought he was trying to use it as an example, but
yeah, I don't think it was.
It was just his team.
Yeah, but like I said, Teofimo was even in that little comment, he says, be patient, and then he's like, knock him out already. Then he's telling him to rush. I just don't think he knew what he was fucking saying or doing, Just Lopez Senior was all over the place, bro, in that fight.
You too strong for him. Come on, knock him out.
Then he starts celebrating with Cambosis and his dad after the fight.
He's a clown, dude.
Because he's fucking drunk or something, bro.
Cambosis is nice. I wouldn't have been that humble after the fight.
He showed good sportsmanship. He definitely did.
I mean, New York, though, man. New York they were cheering on Lopez the entire fight, right? And then they were mad when Cambosos won, but when Teofimo Lopez said, I won that fight, they all booed him. They're like, no, he actually lost.
Yeah.
That's
how you know the dude lost. His fucking whole hometown They
He
even
did boo
booed him,
him.
bro. But this is cringe because the Lopez fans were like, "Oh, Loma is such a sore loser, man. You know, how dare he talk about his shoulder injury? He's just mad Lopez beat him." And then Lopez comes out and he did this whole Adrian Broner, "I beat him. Everybody out there know I beat him." Like,
Yeah.
Then he said, "I want 10 rounds to 2."
no,
First
he
he
said he
said
won
11
11
rounds to
rounds.
2.
Yeah, you can't even count anymore, bro.
Dude got hit so hard he thought he
He
fought
just
13
said 11
rounds.
rounds.
Dude, that overhand right that he got caught with in the first round, I'm saying to myself, man, if Camboso was a power puncher, he probably knocks his ass out with that.
Yeah. Imagine like who can punch? Imagine Richard Comey landed that right hand in their fight.
Oh, he's knocking him out too. Yeah, he's getting his revenge if he does that.
Yeah, this
Yeah, I mean,
Teofimo, man, he's something happened to him. He's done, man.
you know what happened? He fired Joey Gamache, and he also fired his nutritionist, who top rank fucking hired him.
I think it was Anthony who was saying it for months. Like,
Yeah, he call
he
it.
looks like he's on pills or something.
Also, I spoke to him, lads, after the fight. He was buzzing.
Oh, how was Anthony reacting?
He was very happy, to say the least.
Oh,
Dude.
I think I'm really happy. I was just gonna say, my laptop wasn't working, so I had to restart, and then that's why I'm here. Like the screen was black while the computer was on, so I had to restart, but it's all good.
No worries, man. You good? You good now?
You know what's funny? He fired his nutritionist as well, and they were called like perfecting athletes. And I remember one of Anthony's streams, he's like perfecting athletes, more like perfecting peds. And it's like, dude, it kind of looks like those guys might have been doing something like that.
Like Fight Scout said, yeah, salute to Ant, because he called. Remember months ago, he did call it. He said this kid's done. Looks like he's on the antidepressants or something. Remember when he was having these weirdo interviews and stuff?
You know what it is when you like. All right, so I don't want to get into like making excuses for him, but you know, because everybody has like outdoors, you know, outside the ring things going on, and it's up to you to like get rid of that. But when your family is telling you, yo, you know, even though his father's a bit of a whack job, but you know, obviously he's gonna look out for you. He's like, dude, your girl is not good for you, right? Now, it's different than some other guy telling you that you don't know. Maybe he wants to hit that, right? Like maybe he wants you to let her go so he can hit it. But that's not the case here. So I think that all these problems was because of him, the choices he was making, you know, and that's why I don't feel bad for him. It's up to him to prepare himself for a boxing fight against professional athletes, guys who can, you know, they're not gonna just go away with one punch, you know.
Bro, this dude really got divorced like a day after his child was born.
Does that make sense, man? I mean, what kind of lifestyle?
I mean, it makes perfect sense for the female, right? She got a kid with him, so now what? She gets child support, right?
Yep.
You got to go put in work, Tio. You better start training for Josh Taylor, man. Hey, but what do you guys think about Tio Senior saying they're gonna have 2 pay-per-view fights next year? You think Bob Arum is gonna do that?
Nope.
He said this after the fight too, like in his post interview. Like, he said it's okay. We're gonna have 2 pay-per-view fights next year. Like against who?
I mean, but it's like what I said. It's Lopez has just only been talking about money. Like, when are you gonna start talking about boxing? Right? No boxing, no life, man.
Yeah, no, he's just once he got that victory, he's like, yo, I just need a cash out. I need that big payday.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, Triller fell through too.
That fucked him up.
Yeah,
what was he supposed to get? Like 4.5 million, something like that.
I thought it was something like 6.
Right, well, the purse bid was 6, and then they had to give the Camboso whatever percentage.
He might never see that kind of payday again.
No, he won't. He won't
I
for
think
sure.
you never know. Like,
I
these
mean, if
kids,
he comes out like gangbusters and like beating everybody's ass at 140,
yeah,
he might. You know.
possible.
He can still be a champion, man. He can still come back. He just needs to get back with his nutritionist, perfecting PEDs, and he needs to get back with Joey Gamache. If he does those two things, he's good, man.
Champion at where though? 140 or 35?
Yeah, because Josh Taylor won't be there forever, right?
That's
He should.
Yeah.
he can be a title holder, yeah.
I don't know.
Now that
Cepeda.
because
Take
top rank,
Cepeda's belt.
yeah, top rank. If he vacates, right, they can easily like make him a paper champion.
Cepeda, Ramirez, Prograis. I don't know if he.
I don't know if he could beat those dudes, man. I don't know if he could, man. I think I would. Cepeda, I would. Not Cepeda. Excuse me. Pedraza, if Pedraza was like ever in a situation where he could get a belt at 140, then I would say he has a shot.
Yeah, like he didn't take as much punishment, but in terms that was like a Jeff Lacey exposure type. Like that's how bad I thought he got exposed in there.
Yeah,
how he looked. You know,
he didn't get out like fucking. You know, he didn't get out blasted like that, but
yeah,
he definitely got beat up in that fight
and exposed, and just he looked so limited. Like all these flaws just got like undressed. You know.
But he had that the athletic tape all over his entire arm too.
That's
during
true.
training camp, so who knows?
Was he injured?
He claims he was. That's what he claimed.
I mean, I could believe
Look,
it.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it that you can get injured before going into a fight. The question is, how bad was the injury? You know what I'm saying? How bad was it? Was it so bad that he couldn't throw any punches at all?
He probably couldn't throw it with any power.
Was it so bad he had to wait till the 7th round to start throwing a lot of punches?
Yeah. But see, I remember Broner lost when he was about this age. People were like,
but
"Oh,
Teofimo didn't even show half the heart that Lomachenko showed in their own fight."
No, he didn't. But you know what I mean? When Broner lost, everyone was like, "Oh, he's only young; he can come back," and he never did. He never did. It could be the same here. I'm not saying he for sure is, but he might not be. You know, he might never reach these heights he ever did again.
He needs to get away from his father, man. That is. To be honest, I don't even want to see his father as an assistant trainer. I think he got to go altogether because I just don't think he can. I don't think Lopez Senior is capable of working in a team if he's not the fucking boss.
Also, nobody said it, but let's be honest. That man's on some shit.
Of course he is.
Lopez Senior.
Yeah,
just being Hispanic, man.
He's coked out his fucking mind.
Wait, what did you say?
Just called just being Hispanic, man.
I hate to say it, but that's a fact.
Well, he is Honduran, so yeah.
Yeah, I'll be right back, guys.
Maybe he's not on drugs.
He's on some
but
drugs,
yeah,
man.
that dude's fucking crazy. I saw after the thing as well. Like, there's this Matchroom like highlight thing they do. This dude was taking photos with the fans, like after his son just got beat up.
And you took a picture with Cambosis and his dad, like cheering, like celebrating in the ring with him.
Yeah, after that though, like after the decision and when the fighters were both walking out, he stayed around to take photos with the fans. Like, yeah,
he's fucking high. He's having a ball. He's having a ball at MSG off his head.
Bro, that guy is fucking crazy, man. It's pretty funny how the first thing that came to his mind to say in the interview with Coogan was, "Oh, you know, now was it Radio? No, it was Radio Raheem. The first thing that came to his mind was, oh, now they're gonna say my son is not as good as Floyd Mayweather," and it's like, dude, that's the last thing you should be worrying about. Like, you should have been fucking focusing on winning this fight.
Right. I thought it was crazy.
Well, yeah, he thought his son was already at that level after one fight.
I mean, let's be honest. That Loma win is overrated because Loma was off a 14-month layoff and had a fucked up shoulder. Let's just keep it a buck.
I mean, it's undersized, massively undersized.
Theo got
I think Loma picked Teofimo, seeing these flaws over Devin Haney. I think he views Teofimo as food.
Is it true that Teofimo Lopez deleted his Twitter?
Yeah, bro. He's gonna. Bro, I don't want to say it, but I think we know what comes next. You know, maybe the WBC will dedicate a bout to him.
No, come on. No. I don't think he'll go that far.
He reactivated it.
Yeah, he's bad.
Oh, I was gonna say that's really weak-minded stuff, man.
He might turn into like a Victor Ortiz Broner, you know, just mentally like just a weirdo after their first loss.
Tyson, right?
Yep.
70% of it is mental.
I think he'll come back, right? And I think he'll build himself back up. But I think when he fights at the very highest level again, he'll lose.
The great Winky Wright said it was 90% mental, 10% physical.
Yeah.
I always remember that one, man.
Yeah.
This is the thing, like, what is the path for Tio now? Like, dude, he can't stay at 135, surely.
No.
Depends on what he's eating, right? Because when you watch him eat, like, he was eating a lot of things that was making him heavy. If he can stay down and get the rematch soon, like, he can still make 135, right? Within, like, the next 5 months. If they can negotiate a rematch.
Yeah, what rematch, though?
He's talking about Kambosos, I think.
Yeah, Kambosos at 135.
Okay. I don't think he'll take the fight, though.
They already said they're not taking the rematch.
What did you think of his reaction in the ring when Kambosos said, we can come here, you know, come back to Australia to the rematch? Lopez seemed to not like that.
Yeah, he didn't want it, right?
Yeah.
He said, oh, we need to think about something, whatever he said.
I didn't like his reaction to it. It didn't seem
Lopez didn't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knew he lost.
Yeah.
Hey, that fucking ref dude lifted his hand when he said and still undefeated, but I think it's because he forgot that Kambosos was undefeated.
It looked like L Dog's reaction if the Tongan girl asked him out for dinner. That was Lopez's reaction to the rematch.
That pretty much be it, man. But do you see Lopez still did his backflip after fucking?
Did he? No, wait, I didn't see that. Did he really? Fuck, that's funny.
He's cringe, dude.
That's fucking funny, bro. Kind of makes me like him in a way.
I'm telling you, this guy is just like, he's not mentally right. Like,
after the fight, not after the decision, eh? Surely.
Yeah, after the decision.
Oh boy, that's fucked.
Hold on. I'm gonna send you the picture because Kambosos got the belts around him and he's doing a fucking backflip.
Oh no, he's finished. Just that alone, I'm saying he's done.
Dude, mentally he's not right. There's something fucking wrong with him.
It's the money, man. It's all about the money.
I'm coming that's my picture I'm coming on as L Dog next time I come on here.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter, so it's like someone else's Facebook, but they screenshotted it, and it's just him doing a backflip, and Kambosos is like looking at him like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
So who do you guys think is the best at 135?
Lomachenko,
yeah.
Loma? I think it's Tank.
Really?
Yeah.
Tank's moving up to 140, isn't he?
No, I mean he can fight at 140.
I'd pick Devin Haney to beat Tank as well.
Tank got to beat a champion for me to consider him.
What do you think about Devin Haney, Kambosos? Because I think that's maybe what they'll make. Just because I think they're pushing the zone to Australia now, and Hearn seemed to be all over that Kambosos. I think they'll try and make that fight. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's the fight that makes sense. But Tank could go in there and steal it because he's the money guy in that division.
Hasn't shown any. I hope you're right. I'd like to see that as well. But I'd like to see any of these fights: Lomachenko versus Kambosos, Haney, or Tank.
Yeah.
But I think
Tank is.
Haney.
You could say Tank is overrated and underrated all at the same time because I think people view Tank he just like some power puncher, but he's got more skills than people like to give him credit for.
His fights are fake, man.
I don't think he has those skills, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's good,
Like,
but he's just a walk forward kind of brawler in some ways. He
yeah.
picks his shots
Eldo,
well and he punches
uh-huh.
hard, but his
Yeah.
defense is lacking, and so is his footwork.
Yeah, so Eldo, I saw your video where you show him just like he's getting like punched by what's his name, Santa Cruz.
Yeah,
He was
and
walking.
Pedraza.
He was letting him punch him like he's looking for that one punch, so he allows that shit to
No.
happen.
Some guys like Canelo, Chocolatito, Loma, when they walk forward and walk you down, they'll be blocking and parrying shots. This dude just
Well,
takes punches.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's what I mean. At the same time, do we call that skill, or is that just relying on your toughness? You know what I mean?
yeah, against
well,
someone
yeah,
who could
so,
punch. Call me crazy. Teofimo, if he had Joey Gamache, would have knocked Tank the fuck out. Cause Tank,
Teofimo?
yeah,
No,
he hits
no.
too hard for Tank.
I don't know.
Tank is too skilled for Teofimo.
I'll tell you what, that Teofimo
so.
we saw against Kambosos, I think would have put him to sleep. I reckon.
Yeah, that one. I'm saying if he had Joey Gamache, he would have beat Tank. He would have beat him, man. He would have broken him down because he takes too many punches.
Well, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, all these guys have sparred. They've all sparred each other. They know each other. They all say Tank would be the hardest fight. So they must know something we
Yeah, but
don't know.
I ain't buying into that, man, because a lot of these black fighters, they hate Teofimo, man. For whatever reason, they hate the dude.
I think people don't like Teofimo in general because he's annoying. Like he's a diva.
Yeah, I heard his dad went around the boxing gyms calling like people the N word. So
I think he got. Yeah, I was about to say that.
yeah,
He got fucking the shit kicked out of him.
Shakur's trainer jumped him because he
they beat the
called him
fuck
like
out of
the
him.
N-word. So, to be honest, what they're saying, I just don't know if it's like, fuck this guy. Like,
Bro, Kambosos' dad just smacked him around during the week.
Yeah, exactly.
I like his dad, Kambosos' dad.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Good father, yeah, definitely.
Bro, did you see Lopez when senior when he got slapped? He went, "Did you see that?"
Yeah,
Security?
typical
bro,
fucking wankster.
Fucking pussy.
Yeah.
Typical wankster. Talked all gangster and then said he grabbed me.
He put his hands on
see
me,
that?
bro. He put his hands on me, bro.
Yeah, they both got exposed.
Drama's over, bro. We got a real champion now, Kambosa. Like, there's not gonna be as much bullshit, jump around hoops with him. I think he's the real deal. He's gonna want to fight. Like,
I agree with that.
I didn't like Lopez's attitude when he was like, "Oh, there's no point of a rematch with Loma. Haney doesn't deserve a fight with me. I want to fight, Josh Taylor at a catchweight." It's like, dude, you're basically saying you don't want to fight Loma or Haney, and then you're saying pretty much you don't want to fight Taylor by saying he got to make a catchweight. There's no way Taylor can go below 140.
And real quick, what's a red flag with T.O.? He act like when he beat Loma, you could tell he acted like it was like the biggest thing that's ever gonna happen to him. Like he almost looked like he was satisfied. Like, hey, I already beat Loma. I got nothing else to prove. Like,
yeah, he thought he was an all-time great after that. He thought he was. He thought he was Roberto Duran, Chavez, Ray Leonard rolled into one after that.
Just look at how much he was asking from Top Rank. He was saying that he wanted a minimum of $5 million a fight from now on. and it's like, dude, you do realize Terrence Crawford and Loma, they both had like 3.5, 4.2 million guarantees, but here you are saying you want 5 million minimum. That's why he went to Triller. He burnt his bridges with Top Rank pretty much, and look what happened. He's left with no one now.
Exactly. And he said he got Crawford and Porter their biggest payday. What are you talking about?
5 million. He wasn't even a star after he beat Loma either.
No, he wasn't.
Because we were talking, recognise he's already got a bit of a disadvantage because being Honduran, they haven't got like a huge community like Puerto Rican and Mexicans, do they, in the States? So
Yeah, because a lot of when it comes to boxing, a lot of like this Latino fan base is more ethnic than anything, right?
Yeah.
So you got, listen, it is what it is. The biggest ethnic group in boxing is Mexicans.
Are the
So
Mexicans, no doubt.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I
they're
mean, the
gonna.
endurance. I mean, Honduras. It's not really known as a boxing nation like Mexico or Puerto Rico. It's
Brandon,
more
what's
they.
your background? I think I asked before. I forgot.
I'm from El
What's
Salvador.
your
Same,
Salvadorian? Yeah, not
almost the same
Honduran.
culture as
Yeah,
Honduras.
yeah.
Oh
I thought
shit,
so.
bro! You know what that means?
What?
Uh-oh.
He's MS-13. You think?
Yeah, I ain't gonna fuck with.
Ah, come on, come
Brandon,
on, Eldo.
Brandon, you got tattoos on your face?
No, oh my
I'm
gosh,
joking. I'm
no,
joking.
no, no, no. But like for real, like I mean, El Salvador and Honduras isn't known as a boxing nation.
How
So
big is
yeah,
Honduras? Like, what's the population of Honduras?
It's not very big, I
No,
don't think.
not that big.
like 6 million, I guess. I
6 million.
suppose. I'm not sure.
Hey, Brandon, there was actually a bit of a Salvadoran population here. I knew the Salvadorian chick when I was younger. I never fucked her, and I
Oh
regret it to this
really?
day. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I regret
Yeah.
it to this day. I never fucked this chick. My friend did.
Ah,
Her name was
Hey,
Andrea. Andrea, her name was.
Andrea.
but
Yeah.
She was
when it
bad.
comes to the Hispanics, like the ones I've seen show up, like obviously Mexicans and Puerto Ricans, right? Then you got Argentinians. I feel like Argentinians, they the Mexicans, they usually support them, right? Like remember Maidana, Sergio Martinez,
It's the
Brian
way they
Castaño.
Mario
fight.
Barrios,
It's the way.
Matisse. Yeah.
You know what it
Yeah,
is,
like the
L Dog?
Mexicans, they support them.
You know what it is? It's the way they fight and the way they carry themselves too. Like
Yeah,
Teofimo is only gonna attract the American kind of younger. I hate to
the
say
hip
this
hop
fucking word.
Hispanic.
Yeah.
But I don't
I
even
just
think
learned that word too.
I
Hip
don't
hop.
think he fucking gravitated to them. I don't think they really jumped on his thing either though, because he's too much of a like he's too cringe, like L Dog was saying. I don't even think he captured their imagination, you know?
It's a cornball.
Yeah, like
He,
Belanga seems to be more popular even with the younger Hispanics than Teofimo. I mean, I could be wrong. Tell me if
He
that's
definitely
what.
did have some support from Latinos, but you're right. There's not a big Honduran American
Yeah.
presence.
Who's more popular though, like in New York with the younger, like Belanga or Teofimo? I think Belanga is from what I've seen.
Probably
Puerto Rico.
Berlanga. I would
Yeah.
say him. I guarantee you, he has like there's more people in New York or maybe even Florida that know about him than they would know about Teofimo.
But like Red Breed said,
Didn't Fat Joe interview Berlanga? Fat Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're hanging out way too much. I think that kid needs to slow down.
what's the word again,
Yeah.
Eldo? Hip hop Hispanic.
yeah, it's
Hip
like
hop Hispanic.
it's like a real Americanized, like
Yeah, I
Hispanic,
get
I
you.
guess.
I
Like
get you.
trying to think who's a good
What Fat
example.
Joe, like what Fat Joe's become in 20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
No,
Fat
but
Joe.
Fat Joe's become too cringy, man.
Yeah.
As he's
See, in
gotten
the
older.
1990s, he was like full Hispanic. Like that was like he was the Hispanic rapper, you know. But he had his culture.
Also,
But
Big Pun and Fat Joe, they were in they were with Tito Trinidad in the De La Hoya.
yeah, no, they were
fight.
fully. They rep their like Hispanic culture
That
hard.
was
That's what I'm saying.
badass. That
That's
was
what I'm saying.
badass.
Like Eldo, like it recognized. So what, like Fat Joe's become? Is that what the hip hop thing, Hispanic or whatever that word?
Yeah, I mean, listen, like when it comes to hip hop, originally, like I think hip hop was everywhere around the country in America, right? Especially in the inner cities. I think it was always around, but like New York started it, right? Like supposedly the Bronx. It was always
South Bronx, wasn't it?
South Bronx, right?
Yeah.
So if you really look at it, it's always been Puerto Ricans.
Puerto Ricans, yeah.
Yeah, always been like.
But they still had their own culture with it, though. Didn't
Yeah,
they? You know
no,
what I mean?
they were Puerto Ricans. Yeah, they'll tell
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
But now, take the 70s, mid 70s, and take, in the 2020s, a lot of these Hispanic, these Puerto Ricans, like they've mixed or they've raised their children here for, let's say they most of them hooked up with another Puerto Rican chick, they don't see themselves almost as Puerto Rican anymore.
Yeah.
Like they're like, no, I'm from New York.
Because I remember Big Pun talking about how he would like he had race like he'd go to them shows and they'd be like, "Fuck you, you fat spick," and that, you know.
Like in
oh,
LA,
yeah, yeah.
we call themselves Angelitos.
Angel who?
Like if you're just from LA, like Angelito.
Angelinos, yeah.
Angelinos. Okay.
Angelinos, yeah. I'm from LA myself, so yeah, I have some experience.
Well, I'm from the Nard, but like we're close to LA. It's like we're
yeah. I mean, I'm from the south part of LA, so yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but it's different now. Like the way, like I've heard, I haven't been to LA in a long time, but I've heard it's like really different compared to 80s and the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
less
I
violent.
wasn't born in the 80s or the 90s. I was born in like the 21st century. So
it's all weird right now. It's all weird now. The way they raise the kids.
Well, New York too. Yeah, so it's like part of just this whole.
Do some Mexicans use the M word "dirtin" as slang? Like, does that happen now in LA? Like,
I don't notice because I'm older, but
yeah.
Like I just noticed like the schools that I grew up around. Like there used to be like schools where like that was like an all white school right there. And then like now it's just like all diverse and shit, and then like it's like different now.
In the Bay Area, so like in the Bay Area, blacks and Mexicans for the most part get along.
Yeah, I always do that. Yeah, I do
but
that.
In South LA, hell no. It's not as bad as it used to be. But like the Southern Mexicans, like especially the older ones, they don't like when the youth use the N word. Like they want stick to their own culture. So like it's really segregated in Southern California.
It is improving.
Well, that's what it's
it's improving,
yeah, but it's getting better though.
I know a guy who from Cali who did time in the prison system. Yeah, he said they can't use that word. The Mexican.
Yeah.
And what he told me more, he told me more in the prison system, the Southern Mexicans and the whites could associate a bit more.
Brotherhood and the Sureños.
Yeah, and the African Americans and the Northern California, could associate a bit. That's what he was telling me.
That's California for you.
And there's another one called the Others Eight. There's a gang called the Others Eight that's like Samoan Asians and that in the prison system. He was telling me, which is
Asian boys. I think something like that.
But he said like they're all together. Asians are called the Others.
There's like a few of them, but yeah, they're like rowdy little groups.
Yeah.
But he was telling me, dude, in the prison they're put into the Others or something. That's like the Others group, and it's like Asians, Samoans, Natives, and they're just called the Others because like they don't have the numbers.
Oh shit! I bet they do.
I always love hip hop from the Bay, man.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Mac Dre.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
What's Spice One? Was he a Bay Area?
Spice One was one of my favorites. Yep. Spice One. What's that group that's saying 93 into Infinity? I forgot the name.
Oh yeah, we were talking about them the other day.
Those are my boys, man.
Yeah. That song was timeless.
Hieroglyphics or Social Mischief.
Yes, there you go.
Mischief. Yeah. Social Mischief. What about Seabo?
You know what I liked about them? Because they had this New York, the way this. Well, what at the time, what I associated.
That was kind of like the first like hip hop
New York clothing
like,
and swag,
but crossed over
West Coast, but it was West Coast flavor. It was weird because then
that was like the beginning of it. Like they were like the first to go big on the West Coast when the New York people were already big. But then they're like, what the hell is that West Coast shit going on over there? Like that's when everybody started hearing about us. Cypress Hill and all that.
Yeah, I love Cypress Hill.
Everyone was like, what are they on over there with all that weed smoke fucking rap going on?
When I saw Cypress Hills, I was like, oh shit, these guys are from Brooklyn, but they got like a West Coast kind of flavor. But
California was West Coast rap was more like laid back and
because Cypress Hills, Cypress Hills is like a very popular neighborhood in Brooklyn, right? Like it's in East New York. And then I was listening to this dude, what's his name? Be Real was saying that the way they got the name was they had a DJ who's from New York, and he would show him all these old school hip hop shit from like the late 70s, early 80s. And he said he heard this dude, I forget his name, but I know who he was talking about. And he was like a rapper from Cypress Hills. And he was like, I come from this land called Cypress Hills. He said from that point, that point on, he took the name because there's also a Cypress Hills in California, in LA.
Yeah. What's Bone Thugs and Harmony? They sound like they're from the West Coast too, but they're like
Ohio. I think they were Cleveland.
Yeah, they're from Cleveland. But remember, they were signed by Eazy-E. You know.
Yeah, that's probably the influence. You're right. Yeah.
I love them, man. They were. Yeah.
They were like some of the first to like sing in that as well, didn't they? Like they'd sing.
Yeah,
they like sing and rap at the same time. Yeah,
absolutely. They were the first, one of the first ones that put that on, and then there was like other people like Ja Rule.
Yeah, that's
which
not
I
my
thought
era,
was good, but he fucking let 50 Cent troll him out of that, and he fucking 50 Cent. That's all he did. He was fucking sing in his hip hop songs.
I see why 50 got shot 12 times.
Oh yeah, dude. He's
an asshole, bro.
Exactly. Yep. He was a instigator, you know.
Yeah.
He knew how to fight, so he didn't mind that. You know what I'm saying? He was a boxer, so he didn't. You know, if somebody wanted to throw hands with him,
Golden Gloves or something, before. Wasn't he?
Yeah. I think he entered the Golden Gloves and may have gotten like eliminated in the pre-trials that they have.
Yeah.
He might have gotten eliminated. I don't know if he lost or he just never showed up. 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And speaking of the amateurs, it's interesting how the U.S. Like amateurs, like they have like the trials are complicated. Where even if you win an international amateur tournament, like the Pan American Games or like the ABA tournaments, it doesn't guarantee you a spot at the U.S. You still have to win the trial, the Olympic trials, and it's interesting how it is with the U.S. amateurs.
Well, I don't know about Cypress Hills being in Southgate. I guess that's the part where it's at. But there is a Cypress Hills in Brooklyn. It's in East New York.
So that's what they took their name. You were saying that helped them take the name.
Yeah, that's 100%. Anybody would tell you that there's a Cypress Hills in East New York.
But yeah, like I'm sorry. I think I kind of got off topic, but yeah, like it's interesting how the amateur system works in the U.S. Like where even if you win an international title in the amateurs, that doesn't guarantee you a spot in the U.S. Team.
Because it's rigged, man. There's a lot of favoritism.
It is rigged.
So they pick out the coaches, and then the coaches kind of pick out who they want. They assemble their own team. It's not really like the best anymore. I mean, the whole Olympics was rigged, right? So all the best guys lost by like rigged
1 point or 2 points, exactly.
Decisions, yeah.
I mean, the Olympics are rigged. I mean,
I hate when people say, "Yeah, the Olympics are the best form of boxing." It's like, no, they rip you off there too, bro.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, you know what's ironic is that the amateur boxing are biased towards the Eastern Europeans, but professional boxing they're biased towards the Amero bums. So it's interesting how it works.
Yeah, well, the IOC president was like
he's
Russian
Ukrainian or Russian. I don't even know.
No, well, there was one that was a Uzbek, and he was like a Uzbek, Uzbek mobster.
Oh yeah, he was a Uzbek who was involved with the mafia or like I don't know.
He was a thief-in-law, which means like a maid. Allegedly, yeah, he was a thief-in-law, which is like a maid member.
Yeah.
I agree with this, man.
Hip hop has been shit. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I can't listen to much. I can't listen to much after like probably 2001 is the limit recognized.
2000 was not bad. It was actually not bad, but then like towards
2002 it went downhill hard around
like
that time.
Yeah.
After 2002, rap music went garbage. Yeah.
I'd say 2005.
There's still some.
There you go, Rick.
2005. Yeah,
2005.
I don't listen to much after 01, but yeah.
No, there's still some good music out there. It's just that it's more.
Yeah, there was. I just mean as a whole, it was a lot of bad stuff,
Yeah.
This is one kid. I've only heard a few songs from him. I think his name is Little Dirk. That's his name, Lil Durk.
I've never listened to him. I've heard of him. Is he from Chicago?
That fucking kid got some.
I got it.
He could
I
spit some
recognise
lyrics, man.
if you listen to them lads from Buffalo, Benny the Butcher and that.
Oh yeah,
Griselda.
Yep,
you like them?
They're good. Yeah,
I like them.
Griselda.
Yeah, Buffalo's still like the '90s New York City.
Oh hell yeah,
the culture and everything.
Buffalo, listen, Buffalo was always low key worse than New York. Always.
But they've kept that culture like it's still like the same.
It was always you go to dude. You don't say you're from New York when you're in Buffalo. You keep that shit to yourself. You just tell them that I'm just from some other part of New York.
But yeah, I can still see where Fight Scouts from 05 onwards. It really went really bad. You know.
Yeah, Buffalo.
That was like the auto tune era, and that started coming. Remember
Rochester is low key dangerous too.
Yeah, that's upstate. I didn't know that was that bad. Recognize.
Yeah, it's always been, and in some parts of Albany. Yeah, I've been to Albany, man.
What about Syracuse?
Yeah, Syracuse too, but it's too far up. It's like a lot of fucking snow. For the most part, it's nice.
I mean, I always think
Buffalo's
of
nice
as
too.
a college town because of the university. But yeah, go ahead.
Buffalo's nice too, but there's a part called East Buffalo where you just don't want to be. You don't want to make a mistake.
I was just recognized. I was just close to going to a school in upstate New York in Geneva. It's called Hobart and William. Like it's a small ass school.
See, that's the thing about New York State. Like there's always these small cities or towns that I never.
Most of them are named after European towns.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just close of going
Rome,
to
New York.
Rome in upstate New York, but yeah.
Yes, man. That was one of my favorite groups right there, the Lost Boys.
Oh, that album! They had a mad album, I think from like 96, 97.
Yep.
Shit.
Who's the greatest rapper of all time? I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Pac.
Super.
I'm saying Pac because Pac got emotional music, like Dear Mama. Who doesn't like that song? He's got, he give you the street shit. He give you storytelling. He can give you everything. So I think he's more versatile. I gotta go with Pac.
I got easy for me. I got Nas. I think Nas is definitely the best rapper.
His verse on that one song with Nas. What's it called? Life's a Bitch.
Yeah, but I said Nas. That's what I got as the greatest. Nas.
Oh, I thought you said AZ.
No, Nas. I said Nas, but I think AZ.
I would have said
incredible
Dr. Dre. I would have said Dr. Dre for me.
No, but he's more a producer, and he didn't really.
And Dr. Dre in the '90s. But yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, he was more the producer, and I don't think he would have written his own lyrics.
Yeah, I like Nas, but I always thought Prodigy. Man,
Prodigy for
fucking, yeah, he's dope, man.
He's an all-time great.
Yeah,
I can't argue with that.
It's just the way he would go hard, right? Even though it's like bravado and it's not real, he's a little dude or whatever. But yeah, I always liked him, man.
The little ones you gotta watch out for.
Yeah. The way he pronounces words. The way he pronounces his words, that's what I like. Nas was definitely like, because if you think about when he did his first album, bro, he was like 19, 20. He was spitting those lyrics. Yeah,
insane.
I think Jadakiss is the most underrated of all time.
Yeah, Junkie.
Yeah, see the problem with Jadakiss, he hasn't been able to put like that classic album. You know what I mean? But he lyrically and his verses and all that, he's always on point. He just hasn't had that like great run of albums, That's what I think holds him back from being like considered one of the greatest. But he's an all-time great as well. I think he could still
recognize. I don't know what happened, but like, why did 50 Cent and Floyd? They were both buddies. Like I heard like they had like a fallout. Like what happened? I don't know if you know.
You got two very diva-ish kind of attitudes hanging out with each other. That was bound to happen. Anybody will tell you like 50 Cent is just like real cutthroat, and in a way, so is Mayweather. So that wasn't going to work out. I heard 50 was the one that betrayed him, and I'm not shocked at that.
His own son don't like him, so that should tell you something about 50.
Yeah, his own son doesn't
I've
really
always
care.
found 50 Cent as a shady personality, guy you wouldn't trust.
Yep.
Man.
That's that
Yeah, I
South
agree.
Jamaica. That's some South Jamaican Queens boy.
Like Rare Breed said, you can see why he got shot nine times or whatever the fuck it was. You know.
Yeah, you see, I've been listening to some of his songs, and I agree, man. That kid is, I don't follow everything, but from what I've heard, yeah, he's good, man.
Is this the kid you were talking about? Recognize?
Lil Durk, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm
wouldn't
not
say
too.
he's the best, but he's up there.
He's up there, right? Like,
But see, but Rare
you
Breed's
know what,
probably
Rare
more
Breed,
switched on.
I wouldn't even
Yeah,
know
this,
everything,
this is more
everybody
my
who's up.
era.
Yeah,
That's
Rare Breed probably knows more than us. He's probably better he's probably more well versed with these guys. You know.
yeah.
I don't
How
know.
old are you, Rare Breed?
24.
Yeah, so he's going to know.
Yeah. So you would be more into, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he's going to know more of them. The best ones I've heard from the last few years that were putting out music was probably, and like I said, I'm not as well versed probably as Rare Breed, but that Benny the Butcher and Royce the 5'9", the one that
Royce
was
the
with
5'9". I
they're the
remember
two
Royce the
that I
5'9". Yeah.
think were the best rappers that I've heard the last few years that I listened to. That were putting out music.
I don't know who agrees with me, but I personally think Kanye West, he's one of the most overrated rap artists. I don't know who agrees with me, but
He's
as a rapper,
great
yes, not
producer.
as a producer.
He's a great producer. Yeah, at least when he was coming out, he did great. Like, of course, when that's the best of any rapper, really, or any entertainer, is when they're first coming on the scene because they want to make a name for themselves. So they're more creative.
Kanye's a hit maker.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he's a good producer, but like, I mean, I just don't rate him as.
West. I liked him. I definitely liked his style.
So I didn't really.
I like that he was representing the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, there
he
wasn't a
represents
lot
Chicago.
He
they didn't have anyone.
Chicago and that the Midwest.
Who they haven't recognized, Twister was pretty much all they had before.
Was dope. Right? Yeah, he was dope too.
They didn't have anyone else other than him, really. Oh, Common. How could I forget him? Of course, yeah, Common.
Yeah, because I was in New York, so hearing all the New York raps started to sound the same to me.
I recognized New York started to fall off as well around that time. Around
yeah. They definitely started falling off. New York.
When you had Jim Jones as like one of the most popular New York rappers, you knew they were falling off.
Yeah, I didn't like that style. That whole when that whole style started coming into New York, I just didn't like it at all.
Yeah. They started.
I mean, now you see rappers from the South dominating the rap scene, and they suck ass. Like from Atlanta, they suck ass.
I like to. There has been some good ones, but yeah, a lot of them I don't like. I'm not too impressed.
But what about like when the South first started coming out, like guys like, well, they always been in the scene, like Ghetto Boys, obviously.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah, fucking dope, man.
I got Scarface top 5 all time.
Hell yeah. Yeah, easy top 5, bro. He's like the fucking James Toney of hip hop.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
I can hear
Scarface.
Like Scarface reminds me of James Toney of hip hop.
Oh, okay.
He could just, his flow is good. He could
do different obviously. Outcast the legend, that's they'll see.
He's from Texas. The same city as Travis Scott. Okay. The Ghetto Boys. I think I might have.
That Brooklyn drill, is that like that? I've heard it, and I think I know what it is. I think I know what that is, but I probably don't like it. I have to be honest with you, man.
Yeah, I don't like drill. Drill's even the biggest music down here now. I don't like it. I don't really like. I can't get into it either.
Polo G, I definitely listen to him.
Anthony told me Jed, man, I gotta dip out, man. I gotta go to sleep.
Get some rest, man.
Yeah, see you later, man.
Peace, Jordan.
See you, Fisco. Everybody else.
Peace,
bro. Yeah, Anthony was telling me about that Polo G. I haven't heard too much of him though. He was saying he was good.
Yeah, he is. He's pretty. Yeah, he's good.
He's all right. Kind of repetitive.
Well, who do you think's the best Rare Breed? Because, like you said, this is your era. Yeah, of this era of like the last few years. Some of the best, anyway. Like, a few of the best in the last few years.
I think J. Cole makes better music, but as far as like pure rapper, I'm gonna go Kendrick Lamar.
That's what a lot of it.
That's another
Yeah, I
one.
like Kendrick Lamar. I like
See,
him.
I don't, mate, I guess, mate, I don't like his delivery, and that can sometimes just hurt, you know.
But
See, I hate
Kendrick
that.
Lamar has been he hasn't been
I don't like his
good.
voice.
He hasn't been good.
That's why I could never. I hate Eminem's voice. I can't listen to it. I just can't listen to him, and a lot of it's just from that. So.
The old Eminem was good, but like
I never
Yeah, I
liked
like
it.
the old
I never
Eminem.
liked it ever. I never liked it.
I never
Oh,
liked him either, but like he could there was no doubt. Like freestyling off the rip, like he was one of the best.
Great lyricist. Great lyricist. Yeah,
I think maybe Big Pun,
yeah,
Big L could probably outdo him. But
yeah.
pretty much everybody else at that time, I thought if he got into just a freestyle off the top, man, I don't think
he'd
you
be
know
hard
who
to beat.
Eminem reminded me of? Kelly Pavlik in boxing, pretty much. That when I think of Eminem, I always think of Kelly Pavlik. I'm not gonna lie. Kelly Pavlik, the guy who lost to Bernard Hopkins.
Yeah.
Eminem was from Detroit, right? That's when he was.
Yeah.
He's from Detroit. Kelly Pavlik, he's from Ohio, but yeah.
It's harder
Midwest.
But they're from the Midwest. I mean,
I never liked Eminem. No,
it's harder for a white rapper to get on, but once they get on, they do get like what's the word I'm looking for? They do have an advantage because this country is still 76% white. So naturally,
no less than that now, but yeah, I know what you mean.
But I keep back what Red Breed's saying because even here in my country, there's so many like lads who never listened to rap music. You know what I mean? I was like the only one that, but they all did. But when Eminem came out, heaps jumped on it. You know?
Oh yeah,
he definitely did bring in a new
made
fan
fans
base.
that for generations were gonna be fans for of hip hop, because if you grew up in if you was in the time around late 90s, early 2000s, of course you heard of Eminem. You definitely heard of him. And then from Eminem, you found out about this guy, you found out about that guy, this guy, and you're like, man, I like their music too. In certain cases, I like their music better, right? And
so, he's gonna retire, man, and then leave the people wanting more. Like when you oversaturate yourself like that, it kind of hurts your legacy. That's my opinion.
I mean, listen, they're trying to maximize their their growth, right? At that time, it's like you're hot now, you're hot next year, you're hot the following year, and then after a while, you usually don't see guys leave when they're fucking at their peak.
Neil Simpson, I agree with you. Like in the 90s, Eminem was pretty badass and everything, but now I just think that Eminem has become a caricature of himself, like Tyson Fury today.
I agree with Neil, bro. I can't stand him. Never could.
Yeah,
I can't stand him.
and that's why I can't stand Tyson Fury too. Like I mean, like Eminem, Tyson Fury has become a caricature of himself.
I can't stand Eminem, bro.
Yeah, I don't like Tyson Fury either, but yeah.
I mean, we know.
But I'm just talking about Eminem as a rapper. I can't stand his voice and everything.
Nah, you know what that's about, man. That has nothing to do with music.
Oh, I already saw this comment. You're talking about that.
That has everything to do with agenda, bro.
Oh, is it the Trump thing?
No,
it's a comment. Not's comment.
Yeah, Nas comment. They push little Nas X gets the push that he gets is cringy.
He's cringy.
It's because he's promoting
he's cringy,
that LGBT T agenda.
It's crazy the kind of producers and the you're right, the amount of money they put behind his promotion for the album.
Yeah,
so that tells you.
Of course.
Yeah, I saw something where they were on stage together, and it was Cardi B and him, and I'm like, "Fuck, this is who they're trying to market as the two talented people in music."
Fuck Cardi B,
I can't stand that girl.
But they were like recognized. These are the two most talented young artists in the world, and it was him and her.
But wait, now look, I will say something about Cardi B.
If they're saying that they are the most talented today, that says everything. All like how society, how rap music has stooped to a new low.
I've never heard anybody say that. Now, hold up. I will say something about Cardi B. I don't like her music, but I like her. Like she seems like a genuine person. Like
Nah,
He's
I know,
rare
no, I
breed.
know some girls. I know some girls who actually like. She used to be like a stripper, right? Like they know her. Like they say she's a good person. So I'm gonna take their word for it. And
I don't
the
know.
way she acts,
The lad
There's
she
nothing
drugged,
good about that girl.
she drugged one.
She's proud of drugging.
yeah, but come on, bro. You know, guys, they probably would do the same
Yeah,
thing to
but it's
her.
not
They
only
probably
that. It's just like she's trying to act like she's an inspiration to kids talking about sex.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, nah, I don't respect her. She's dirty.
Yeah.
She's a dirty chick.
I'll give Rare Breed this. There's something a bit like she's not like she. I guess she says who she is in a way. Like I can give her that. You know what I mean? She's not
Oh yeah,
fake.
she stands on what she believes
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
But it's like for me, it's like
Nicki
But
I don't
she's still
care.
Minaj.
Yeah, I don't care
she's
what
still
she
a cunt. She's
Yeah.
still a cunt. Yeah.
Now Nicki Minaj, like she's fake as hell, and then I don't know.
I like her better, to be honest with you. I don't know why. I just
was little Nas X the dude that used to be like a gangster rapper, and then
No.
Will Smith's
No.
sons said that they were gay together or something like that.
No,
I don't think so. I've only known him as being a. Yeah, well, they're pushing.
Well, yeah, we know where you're getting at.
I don't like what Little Kim did to her fucking face, though. She looks fucking crazy.
Man, she's almost white now, eh?
Yeah, what the fuck was that about? She was much
Megan
better
Fox
looking
too.
the way she was when she was her.
Well, it was natural. She wasn't painted.
Megan
So
Fox.
I went to high school with this one chick who was like a preacher's daughter, right? She was a good girl or whatever, and then like she hooked up with some fucking dude.
There's no such thing as a good girl, bro. You're gonna learn that.
They moved her out to like Kansas or something like that, and then like somebody miraculously went down to Kansas for whatever reason and saw her like stripping.
Yeah, I believe
or
it.
strip dancing, right? In
What you just
Kansas.
said
They're
is
like, what the heck?
What you just said is a myth. There's no such thing as a good girl. They're all freaks. You just gotta bring it out of them.
I remember going to a strip club and seeing one of my boys' daughter stripping.
I'm too bad to say one of my boys.
That shit, that shit fucking ruined the mood right there, man. I was like, what? Because I remember seeing my boy with his daughter, like used to hang out with her. She had a cute little face and whatever.
Yeah, that would have been awkward, bro.
Then we're fucking hanging out and my boy's like, yo, you see that girl right there? And I'm like, yeah, that's this guy's daughter.
Was the guy wasn't there? The father was he?
No.
I was about to say that would have been even worse. Imagine that.
Holy shit!
Seeing your daughter at the strip club. You would have to clean his brains up, recognized from the floor. He would have.
You know what's funny, right? Before that, I think it was before that, I was hanging out with her dad, and one day we were just in the neighborhood, and he said, "Damn, all the girls out here are fucking whack, man." He was making a comment like that because he was like drunk and like looking for a chick or whatever. He's like, "All these girls are ugly as fuck." And I said, there was a girl coming into the courtyard, and I said, "What about this?" I said, "What about this hot piece of ass?" He goes, "That's my daughter, you motherfucker." I said, "What?" I thought he was playing around. Then he walks the. He walks out. I was like, "Oh shit, that's his daughter." And we came back. We laughed. He's like, "I know you haven't seen my daughter in a long time, so." He said, "That's my daughter, you motherfucker."
She's looking nice, though.
Yeah, she was, a young lady. My boy's older than me by like, let's say 7 to 8 years. He had, when she was born, he was like fucking 20 maybe, so she's a young lady now. We just happen to be
looking nice.
Yeah, we just like, oh shit, my bad. Yeah, so one of my boys remember that. He's like, yo, she's a stripper. I'm like, nah. He's like, yeah, she's here. What? I gotta get the fuck out of here, man. I don't even want to be a part of this. Yeah, man. That's what happens. That's what happens, bro. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end the show, man. Salute to everybody for stopping by.
Yeah, salute. Recognize.
Salute, man. Thank you for stopping by, and yeah, to the next one. Peace.